guys, how's it going? So this is vlog number 10.
And our target audience does not need to be educated.
No,
that's all for the second phase.
And I think it would make sense to have some simple website for the documentation. There are templates. We can already use something that's already built.
Sorry?
About the open source section that we're going to make about the white paper now. Like how we don't have a white paper, why we don't have a white paper.
Yeah.
Do you think you could like type down like a draft code?
Yeah, I think I'm going to write something very similar to what I just said.
Yeah. You put a very good angle on it. I'm sure he has an idea because he wanted to limit the amount of time that it would take you to do this. He knows what he's doing.
Alright, so one of the things that I find very interesting about here is it's almost like a semi-gym here. So right in the middle of the place there is a pull-up bar, and what's really funny is if you hang out here for like about 1 hour, while you're here you'll see people be in the middle like on their computer working on stuff, maybe programming, and then they'll run over and do like a few pull-ups. Like just run over and just do a couple pull-ups, maybe hang from their feet and do some sit-ups, and then there's actually another weight system over there. I just find that very interesting that people will be like on their computer and then go do like a quick, fast little workout. Talking about pull-ups, might as well do a couple while I'm here. You know what's really cool about this pull-up bar is it's actually DIY homemade. So because you can't really go to like a store here and just like pick up a pull-up bar, you have to be creative and make your own. So this one's actually made out of some metal water tubing or piping, and then it's just bolted right into the roof to the metal beam. What happened to that little bird? Looks like a baby. Not sure if it's a he or she, but the bird just flew into the glass because it thought it could fly through. Kind of startled himself and then fell on the floor. We were able to get him on the railing, and I think he or she will be okay.
And then they have these memes of Pepe the Frog, you know, which is a weird frog. I don't know, that had to do with that, like yeah, well, they use it for crypto stuff. So they have like Pepe happy with going up, with the money going up, and then really mad when it goes down. And yeah, and they have a lot of memes with Vitalik, the creator of Ethereum. It's interesting because it's funny.
Yeah, it's
I don't think
that it's created like a whole culture about cryptocurrency, and people, they speak their own language, they have their own inside jokes.
Because if there even is a culture that nobody understands, on top of the tech that nobody understands, we need to switch that somehow.
But it's also interesting that when people get to know the culture, they feel part of something, or something else, or something new.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. So they feel they belong to the community.
And there's the joke of, have you already chosen the colors of your Lambo and stuff like that? I don't know, it's just like really funny to hear.
Yeah, they're like saying, what's the price on this cryptocurrency?
That's the thing. It's just nobody knows why a Lambo. Just some guy probably said something about a Lambo.
Car nor the most.
No, exactly.
It's probably because it's the most absurd way of going and spending all your money at once.
You did it right?
What?
You did the loop right?
Think so?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Pretty amazing.
I do is that normally I go into a page, and if it's a really technical cryptocurrency,
Little helicopters. I was hoping today wasn't going to be a stormy day, but looks like we got some storminess, raininess on its way in.
that they really interested in trading.
And he will, like he says, he sees the page with the mentality of an investor. And the mentality of an investor is like, will this thing catch on quickly? And will people expect it to be big?
So I think that we have not really thought about that the ongoing tasks that will be like that will require constant attention once this is live. So this is not a fire and forget thing that you just put up and then
really
then we go
important.
surfing.
You
right?
need to be answering.
So
every comment,
exactly. So
everything.
I love that, but this is not so. And also we will have to do all the maintenance of the network and the servers and all this. And this needs to be monitored constantly, right?
And there are people that go all the way to the Slack channel, and the haters will always say this is a scam because they just want attention and they just want to hate, right? But there are these people that go to Slack and they say, no, I'm talking right now to the developer. And this go organically all the way to the masses, to Telegram.
Yeah. The problem was, actually we had an effect which was multi-causal, right? Like the problem we were seeing, the bug, was caused by a lot of different things.
How long do you think it's going to take to fix all those stuff?
So it already took us quite long, so I think now it won't take that much longer. And I did that multiple times, finding a bug and fixing it and thinking now that should work. But then after running it, we realized that there's another bug in there somewhere else. So maybe after fixing that one there will be another one, but I don't think so. I think that's the last bug to fix.
Alright guys, we're gonna go see what all the programmers are up to. They stay up really late working, like sometimes until like 6, 7 a.m. So what's going on with the map?
It's maybe changing again.
Maybe changing back to this one?
Yeah, maybe.
So check this out. I got a new technique cutting these sandwiches, which will prevent them from like falling apart. So what you gotta do is you gotta come in like that, and then you cut like that, this way.
So, what's going on with the map?
Yeah, I guess we're implementing this map now. So like small nodes popping up and fading away.
So in 2014, I was really into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin was in an all-time high. So I went.
Is that when it hit 1200?
Yeah, all the way to 1200.
Yeah.
I went all the way to New York because they created the Bitcoin Center in Wall Street. To get to the Bitcoin Center to talk to two experts in there.
Nice.
And well, that experience for me was like wow. After that, I continued collaborating.
You know the future is going there.
Yeah, I created a news webpage for people that speak Spanish because I noticed all the information, all the documentation was in English, and it was also it was bound to be a YouTube channel.
You should start a cryptocurrency Spanish YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm thinking on that now. This blog for news, then the gambling side, then Bitcoin went down all the way to like 500 bucks, and I thought, well, this is over. Maybe the bubble burst.
That was it.
And this is it, and nobody will care about Bitcoin again. And then it started climbing again, and I noticed this time. I noticed it because I was like, a friend of mine told me, hey, we should get some crypto, and I told him, yeah, I remember back in 2014, I was thinking like that, but then the price went down, and he told me we should buy Ethereum. This new ecosystem is going on. It's very interesting. So I told him, yeah, later. Ethereum was 12 bucks in that moment. Later,
should have put everything in it, right?
2 days from that, it climbed from 12 bucks to 40 bucks. And I said, okay, I need to get some crypto because this thing is going on again, like all over again. But this time is a recursion of last time. Like last Bitcoin high, it was just all the community was looking at Bitcoin. Now all the community is bigger and they're looking at all these altcoins, all these projects, and I think technical people, developers are starting to realize the full potential.
Not with a high social, with high social. We love those killer words. I like how much of an emotional moment it is.
Get the wording correct.
Just take the A out, please. I mean, I'll give you that the, but you gotta take out the A. That A is unacceptable.
The Nimiq Foundation.
So all your work just got deleted for the last hour?
Yeah. But like, because he figured out that we don't have most of the stuff here. Like token sale, I don't know what about that. So yeah. That's it now.
Was it an accident?
No. Oh, it's no accident. That's how it goes, isn't it? Which is perfectly fine, but
you said talking to the camera.
we shouldn't talk about stuff like that.
Right.